Alright, what's up, guys? So, this video is gonna be a few reviews for a couple predictions, for Wednesday's event, Chiesa versus Magny. But I'm gonna start with just a quick review of last Saturday's event, which were really bad results for me. So, just like last year, just like when 2020 started with bad as far as results, same shit. I feel like I jinxed myself because I made that I said that last time that last year was bad. It started bad, and then hopefully it was not going to be the same way. But sure enough, here we are. So I'll talk about that real quick. So Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar, right? I picked Max Holloway to win. I'm sorry, I picked Kattar to win by decision, and holy crap, was I way off. So the first thing I'm gonna say is, if you picked Holloway to win, I saw most people picked Holloway to win. However, if anyone tells me that they knew what we saw, that they knew that that's what's gonna happen, I don't believe you. Like, I truly do not believe anyone that would say, "Oh, I knew that's how it was gonna go," because if you listen to my video, I talked about that the last time we saw Brian Holloway put a beating on someone was Brian Ortega over 2 years ago. And that was truth. I still stick to that. Up until this past Saturday, that was the last time we saw Max Holloway, levels above. And then because if you look at his, because after that fight, he lost to Poirier, right? So we didn't see him above Poirier. Then he beat Edgar in a very unimpressive win, and then loses to Volkanovski the first time, and then loses to Volkanovski a controversial split decision the second time. However, not against Poirier, Edgar, or Volkanovski did we see what we saw him do against Calvin Kattar. I thought that Kattar was the better boxer, and he was clearly going to win the stand-up battle. The only thing that I was right about that fight is that it was going to be a stand-up battle. That was it. And I really thought Kattar was the best boxer, again, based on what I had seen Holloway do lately. But no, had we seen the Holloway that we saw this last Saturday against Volkanovski or Frankie Edgar, I'm pretty sure he would have finished Frankie Edgar, and he would still be champion by now. He might have even beat Poirier had he fought the way he fought this past Saturday. So I don't know, something switched. Something happened with Max Holloway where, I guess losing two back to back, he was like, you know what, I need to focus and be what I was when he was on that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fight win streak, most of them by finish. And that's the thing, right? I'm not even going to say we saw the same Holloway that we saw against Ortega. We saw a better Holloway with much improved boxing. It's so crazy that there's a lot of people that are saying that not only was this Holloway's best performance, but a lot of people are saying this is the best performance they've ever seen. So that should tell you, that's a powerful statement to say that this is the best performance they've ever seen, period. Yeah, Max Holloway, still just turned 29. The best thing that could happen now would be Brian Ortega beats Volkanovski, and then we get Holloway versus Ortega, the rematch, And if Holloway fights the way he fought Kattar, I'm going to make the same pick that I did when he fought Ortega the first time. Holloway by TKO. It's going to be a destruction if we see the same Holloway. But if Volkanovski beats Ortega, I don't know how appealing at the moment is Max versus Volkanovski 3, So we'll see what happens. And then, so before that, this was the only one that I got right on the main card. I picked Condit to win by TKO. Round 2, he won by decision. It's crazy that he was 30-27. I thought he clearly lost round 1, clearly won round 2, and I thought he did enough round 3. But yeah, nothing impressive about him. Carlos Condit is never going to be champion or top five or even, I don't know what he's at right now. What is he? I don't think he's even top 10. We'll see what happens with him, but I don't see him ever being a contender. Ponzinibbio, yeah, I mean, I thought he was gonna show that he was the way superior striker, and no, he wasn't. Jin Liang was winning that fight from the beginning. Do you want to blame the ring rust? Because I talked again. If you listen to my video, I talked about how ring rust was a big possibility because it had been over 2 years since he fought. So I don't know. I can't really say for sure 100% it was the ring rust, but it could have been. So whatever. And then Alessio Di Chirico versus Buckley. I'm sad because I didn't get it right, but at the same time I'm happy. I hate when guys like him don't want to touch gloves before the fight starts. Usually whenever that happens, I'm like, man, I hope you get knocked out for being like that. In this particular case, though, I didn't want it to be that way because I picked him to win. But yeah, the Chirico, amazing game plan. He stayed on the outside. He landed the kicks, which was a genius. Well, not genius, but the way to approach this. Because Buckley being a short guy, the way to go would be throw those kicks. The way he keeps him at a distance, and then eventually he landed the head kick. But yeah, horrible way to start the year. So, okay, so for this Wednesday's predictions, Michael Chiesa versus Magny. I have Magny winning this one by decision. Once again, one of those fights where if Magny, his team, his coaches did their homework, they have to know that Chiesa's gonna go there to try to take him down and submit him. There is no secret. I know that. Magny knows that. Everybody knows that. There is no way that Chiesa is going into this fight to stand up and trade punches with Magny. That would be dumb of him. Because his advantage is on the ground with his submissions. But again, Chiesa is one of those guys where I do not think that his takedown ability is on par with his submission ability, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm picking Magny. I don't think Chiesa's strength and ability to take people down is better than Rocco Martin, and Neil Magny was able to handle whatever Martin did at him. The last time Magny lost was to Ponzinibbio over 2 years ago, and he's come back, and his last 3 wins he's dominated. Robbie Lawler, Jin Liang, and Rocco Martin. Very solid wins. I see this fight going where Neil Magny keeps the fight standing and pulls a decision. It could also be a TKO, maybe like a late TKO, but I'm gonna lean on decision. However, Chiesa goes there, takes him down first round and submits him. Am I going to be mind blown? No, because that's what Chiesa does. He takes you down, he submits you. But I believe that Neil Magny will be very well prepared and keep the fight standing and beat him to a decision. Then after that we have Warley Alvez versus Munir Lazzez. So Munir Lazzez, along with Jiri Prochaska, is one of the guys last year that made me eat my words. 2 guys making their debut and I picked both of them to lose, and between the 2 of them I was way more impressed with Munir Lazzez. He's one of those guys that, so he fought Abdul Razak Alhassan, and I had never heard of this guy Lazzez, so I watched some footage, and I saw that he was really good, but the problem I had was the same problem that I had with Prochaska. I was like, you look really good against who? How do I use those guys to gauge just how good you truly are? And what I saw, I was like, man, this guy has skills, but it's not until what I saw him do to Alhassan that I was like, God damn, this guy really is, high level. As crazy as it sounds, some people would say that. I would say what Lazzez did to Alhassan was more impressive in a way than what Chaos Williams did. because Chaos Williams threw one punch and knocked him out, right? Cold. I mean, he was out cold, which shows you that he has a lot of brutal knockout power. What Lazzez did was, one, he showed diamond chin, like titanium chin, because he ate several clean clean shots from Alvez, and a guy that is known for knocking dudes out with one or two punches. I always talk about his record. Most of them are round one, under a minute. Lazzez ate every single shot and was laughing at him. And then the knees, the elbows, the head kicks, just the striking of this guy. He reminds me. He's one of those guys that I see one time and I'm like, and I become a fan. You know, just like when I saw Edson Barboza the first time, I was like, man, this dude's special. That's what I think of Lazzez. His striking. I feel like everyone that stands up and trade with him is gonna have a problem. And Warley Alvez is gonna be the next guy to, I think, pay for that. Aubrey Wallace hasn't fought in over a year. Warley Alvez, and I'm picking Lazzez to absolutely take him to school in the stand-up and get the knockout. Warley Alvez, if he wants to win, I think he has to take it down and submit the guy. Kind of like the previous fight where we know that the game plan for Chiesa. After watching what Lazzez did to Alhassan, there's no way Alvez is going to go there to trade punches. So I have Lazzez by KO TKO round 2 and Neil Magny by decision. The other ones, I'm sorry, I didn't have enough time because I'm also having to prepare myself for UFC 257, which is less than a week away, and I care more about that one. So I also have Omari Akhmedov by decision. I think it's going to be a fight where Akhmedov is just going to use his grappling to impose his will and get the decision. I think Tabriz is the better striker, but I just don't think he'll be able to stop the pressure and grappling abilities of Akhmedov. And Akhmedov is an underdog, so there goes my underdog. I also have Ricky Simon by decision. I can't get into detail. I have Tyson Nam by TKO. So here's my summary. I have Magny by decision, Munir Lazzez by KO or TKO. I have Vinicius Moreira by decision. He's also an underdog. I have Tyson Nam by TKO, Omari Akhmedov by decision, Ricky Simon by decision. That's it, guys. All right, have a good one.